welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring the EPCOT Resort Area with a room tour of our one-bedroom villa at Disney's Beach Club, experiencing the new Soarin Across America with the family, and sharing our honest review of the updated attraction. Hello, it's Raul
and Javier from Laughing Gear.
And we're here at the Disney Beach Club Villas, and this is a one-bedroom, just regular resort view room. They're all the same view here. It's room 347, and Javier is going to be doing the room tour today.
Let's come in. Let's see what it's all about. Walking in, guys, we have a nice little space coming into the room. It's a nice mirror.
You can set your wet ponchos or your cell phone or whatever you need, and our shoes, as you can see, since we already came in here, we want to walk.
Any kind of, bottles of waters or something, you them in here so you don't forget them going into the parks is very important. Nice little picture here. Not too sure what it is. I would like always to identify that. Coming in, I found a nice, cute Mickey in the plates. Nice section to sit 3 people. Very cool. Coming down, we have a hidden Murphy bed. Definitely left the artwork here. It's very different. We'll show you guys. I know in the other videos we gotta show you guys how to break this down. We'll show you guys in a bit also. We got a cute little balcony over here. The curtains are something that as soon as they came in, definitely catches your eyes.
Yeah, those curtains were with the last retheming a few years ago. So they made these rooms Donald Duck, and then you have the Hey Disney device there. We hardly ever use that.
Yeah, we actually do.
And then we have just another chair.
Another chair. Some cool drawers here to store some things. Nice space here.
We were missing out the poly.
Yeah.
There's some type of storage. And then we have the lounge light that's Donald Duck, that belongs to Maria. And it goes with the theme of the room.
Yeah, it's a nice little, tabletop here. We can also move these chairs and put them with the Adam to the table if everybody wants to eat in the same table.
And then we have our welcome over there. And this is Beach Club, a big screen TV for the people in the living room. And then we have a little tiny balcony. We'll show you the balconies as soon as we finish. But this can, like we've stayed in these type of rooms, you can either have a big balcony or you can have 2 separate little balconies. And then full kitchen.
Nice full kitchen, guys. Of course, we always drop in things that's normal on us. Nice freezer, refrigerator. It's nice and comfy here to be able to, cook. Oven, nice size microwave. Open up the tops here.
And bonus tip, always check these areas, because we've stayed in 2 bedrooms and 1 bedrooms where there's stuff from the other kids still here.
Yeah, there's usually like crackers and cereals and all kinds of stuff people put up here.
And they're open, so if they were closed, they'd be fine. But
nice little cubby with like cups and everything, or plates. More cups and plates, more storage, wine glasses, everything you kind of need to cook. Calendars, bowls, plates.
Veggie lasagna, and then you have a dishwasher.
Yeah, we do have a dishwasher. Not that we ever use these, but we do have a dishwasher. Some more storage with all the silverware too. And again, more cooking utensils. Seem nice and sturdy. Usually when you come to these places, they're like nice and flimsy there. More pots and pans. Oh, cute little spot for the cutting board and everything. And like cookie sheets. That's awesome.
That's good use of space.
Yeah, it's very nice. Toaster, if you guys need a toaster. Nice thing, I'm sure we'll be using that. Coming over to the other side, I'm gonna show you my favorite thing of the whole room. A washing machine. Washing machine with a dryer, guys. I tend to always look for the laundries. I don't tend to bring much clothing when I come to Disney. I always plan to wash at least 1 or 2 times.
Especially with the cost of like some airlines with luggage.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to drag it around.
So coming into the bathroom to the right-hand side here, we have a little toilet.
Towels there. You have just kind of like a separate toilet. It's kind of cool, especially when there's 5 people sharing the bathroom.
Yeah. There's one sink here, guys. Nice stand-up shower.
The only thing I would have preferred is that the door for the toilet would be on the other side. So if somebody's showering, like somebody can use the toilet.
So, yeah.
And you have shampoo and conditioner and body wash.
If anybody knows Raul, he loves his shampoo from Disney.
Yeah, I have my storage at home. And then you have this bathtub. I'm not sure if this one does. This one doesn't do any bubbles. It's just a regular bathtub. The ones at the Bay Lake Tower and Copper Creek, those are like more jacuzzi-like. Then you have a vacuum cleaner in case you have to, vacuum. The other day, especially here at the beach club, when you have that weird sand, we were staying at the yacht club. I wish we would have had a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
So if any place needs a vacuum cleaner, I think it's the beach club because of Stonewall Bay and the kind of sand that's there. So then you have like your extra clean blanket, I guess some breakers and stuff like that. Another sink, or if somebody needs to, if somebody wants to just brush your teeth here and somebody else is in the other bathroom. And then here we have the.
Sorry, guys. We usually first things we do is we check our beds and we check the room for like any kind of dust or anything on the beds or anything. So we kind of like mess this up. It's kind of what we do. Actually, I gotta admit, this wasn't a thing I used to do until I started coming to Disney with Raul, and kind of checking wasn't a thing for the hotel. I would come in and just go into the bed and everything.
Dude, we started staying at the casinos. That's
Yeah.
when I started, when I started traveling. I used to travel a lot, and we used to find weird stuff in the room. So I started being a little bit more picky when inspecting the rooms, and I think Javier does a better job inspecting the room than I do.
Yeah, you don't realize how much stuff sometimes people leave behind. We have found like wrappers and candies and all that stuff, so we do check our
And
rooms
candy
pretty well.
stuck to a rug.
Yeah. So here we have a king-size bed, nice size. Definitely like the colors of the room and the theming. It's nice. Room has been pretty clean. More storage here. I know a lot of people usually ask how much storage there is. There's more drawers. Here, does this open up? No.
Yeah, I think that has storage. Just pull it.
No.
You don't pull it here?
No. Oh, here? Maybe. Oh, yeah, it does. Cool. Even more storage, guys. This is kind of cool. We usually like to see how much storage we have. All kinds of drawers also.
And one thing that changed here, before you couldn't stay more than 4 people. Now they allow 5 people as long as like everybody can fit in. They're not gonna provide supposedly any extra pillows and stuff like that, but that's an option. So that's an option if you're 5 people, a family of 5 like we are when we travel together. So, and then you have some extra plugs. This room has a lot of places where you need to plug in electronics where you can do that. The Polynesian had not as many, for a fact that it's a 5 people bedroom. Or 5 people deluxe studio, and then
then the outlets that we did find weren't the best looking outlets. It looked like a couple of things that burned in the outlets, so they weren't that good.
They weren't working too, you're right. And then you have a little desk. I still like the desk at the yacht club better. It still wins desk at the yacht club. But here we have a table, so it's fine. And then really nice mirror. Very nautical. I think if you're staying in Martha's Vineyard or something like that.
Yeah, usually. Usually when we
Javi
stay
can say
up,
because Javi visits Martha's Vineyard.
yeah, usually when we stay up towards that way, it's the same thing. It's kind of cool. You saw the curtains on this side; it's totally different.
So we have a little pathway. So our room is going towards the pathway that gets you over to EPCOT. We usually cut through here in the mornings when we're staying. It's very, very relaxing. And then that balcony right there is also part of our room. So if you see this balcony down there, the balcony is a lot wider. So you see this balcony is
Yeah.
So right now, I think if it was better weather, you want to come and relax out here. However, the chairs are not as comfortable as the Polynesian ones. We have our assistant here, Lucy. She's Wonder Woman.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, that also has. I like the storage on this one better. It's instead of the one you have to open up. You have here.
Oh,
I love this. I love
that
this.
is very nice. That's very cute.
I love the Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So that's pretty much the Murphy bed. Like I said, in this case, there's some people that bring like air mattresses and stuff if they're bringing 5 people, but then I can fit with us in the king bed, so it'll be fine. So that's our walk around here at the beach club in the 1-bedroom room. And another thing is, if you want to connect that to a studio bedroom and you're able, there's a connecting room there where if you're coming with family and you need like 5 more spaces for people, that's also an option. So I guess that covers. Anything else? Any other feedback you have in the room?
No, that's going to be it for right now, guys. And I'm sure we get back to you guys later, see what else we do for the day.
Exactly. Hopefully we can go see the Soarin preview if we can. So we're here for the Soarin preview, and apparently the ride is down. So we're here taking advantage of the DVC preview, and they said it might take a bit for it to come back up. So if you're coming to the DVC preview, this is the first time this happens. Usually when there's a preview, well, a few times we've been able to do it, like Remy and stuff. It's been pretty smooth. So I'm excited to try out the new Soarin, but I guess we're gonna have to wait a bit. Hi, how are you?
They've also changed the boards out here to be more US centric. Yes. Fun facts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
Well, I've seen some upgrades here. Was this here before? These lights?
Yes, I think so.
Soarin Across America. My name is Patrick, Captain Patrick. I'd like to welcome you to this special semi-quincentennial flight. We'll begin boarding in a few minutes, but first, there's a handsome young devil who'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. Seatbelt fastened during your flight and watch your children.
Bienvenidos. Favor de colocar sus efectos personales en el compartimiento debajo del asiento. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad abrochado.
We are ready for takeoff.
hope you got some acorns today. You full? For lunch or for dinner? Okay, dinner. Make sure you have some. Share somebody should. Yeah, they too. Oh, all fancy for us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Max. So we just finished seeing Soarin over America. We have some thoughts on it. It's actually better than I thought, but there's some areas that probably need maybe a few tweaks. And then after that, we did the Disney Passholder photo experience, and we got a photo with Chip and Dale, which is kind of cool. Interesting fact is that apparently everybody who is going in there, according to the cast member that was there, needs to be a pass holder. So we've done experiences like that in Disneyland, where it's a magic key holder experience, and you're able to have your family, as long as you have one magic key holder. It wasn't everybody, or maybe it was different, but here everybody was checked. They even asked for my daughter's ID, and she's 15, so we don't carry with ID when we're in the parks. But yeah, so keep that in mind. So if you want to go in there, apparently everybody has to be a pass holder to be able to enjoy that experience. Different to the Disney Visa experience, where only one person has to be there, Visa holder, and then everybody can take the photo. What do you think of the attraction?
Well, I really liked I really liked the start. I liked the beginning, like with the rocket ship. That was my favorite part. There weren't any other parts that really like stuck out to me.
Yeah, I think it started really well, and then it kind of created a bigger expectation. And then, the attraction is okay. There's better visuals than what you would see at Soarin' Over America or the old Soarin' Over California. But it creates a bigger expectation when you hear that rumbling at the beginning.
Yeah.
You mean soaring across
Soarin' Across Over California.
the other?
Soaring around the world?
No, the old visuals, the ones that, remember, the Soaring Over California, which is the one that they bring out sometimes. Those visuals are really old. Like, it's not up to date. Then they had the Soaring Over the World, which has been updated because the Eiffel Tower is now improved in some other areas. And then now you have this one. I think that this one has better visuals than Soaring Over California. It's kind of like up to par with the one that's around the world. But the one thing I didn't like was the area that was near Hawaii. That area seemed to be like old footage, like maybe old films that maybe Disney used in the past. When Disney used to travel around with his 16mm film camera. So, what did you think of the?
Because I'm from Connecticut, it really spoke to my New England side of loving to see the different colors. I'm serious, guys. When I saw the different foliage with the train passing through, it reminded me of the seasons in Connecticut. Also going to there's a part there with a lighthouse, and it reminded me of something you'd see somewhere in Maine or Cape Cod, somewhere along the coast, because there's a lot of lighthouses up in the New England area, up in that area along the coast. So it kind of reminded me of when I would go travel, down to the Cape, and you would see that type of scenery. I did like I did want to see more animals, right? I think what was really cute was the little there was moose in the water, and just that part I like. Anything with the animals, I actually like the eagle that was flying really close to the water. I thought it was gonna catch something, but it didn't.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been a cool transition. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, transition. Like it like catches a fish out of the water and the fish water, and then you get transition.
And then
to
move over
another
to the
area.
moose area, maybe.
And then you go out to the moose area.
Yeah, I think the other thing that was kind of cool, and Daniela and I mentioned it before, is that when they get to the Grand Canyon, it sounded like the Three Amigos music.
Yeah.
So it really reminded me of when the Three Amigos are going into the desert. So that was kind of like nostalgic in that sense. And to Lucy's point, like a lot of the stuff Walt Disney did when he was filming different areas, he focused a lot on animals. So maybe when you look at Soaring, over the world, where you have the orcas and you have the polar bears and you see the manta rays and you see so much wildlife, I think maybe we're expecting a bit more. However, there was one area that looks like they're going into the bayou and stuff like that. I kind of like those shots.
Oh yeah, that was
cool.
cool. That was cool. Also, there's like the cattle ranchers rounding up the cows.
Yeah.
Was it? Were they?
Yeah, it looked like somewhere in the northwest, like a cattle rancher or anywhere.
I feel like they could have used like some different scents, because I feel like they kind of reused like some like smells from like Soarin' Over the World.
Yeah. The grass.
And the grass. And then the Polynesian with
Hawaii.
With Hawaii, those are like the same smells.
Yeah, and they also did takes in California, and then
That's the other thing I really like, because I was able to identify Los Angeles by, I think is the Omni building. I don't know the name of the building. I'll put it up in the video.
it's like an observatory.
Well, the observatory
yeah.
threw me off because I'm like,
Really?
this doesn't look like San Francisco, because San Francisco has another observatory. But then when I saw there was a building that when I went many years ago, we were sitting next to it, like in a rooftop bar. And I was like, oh, that's Los Angeles. And then eventually it confirms it when it goes into the Hollywood sign. So I think that visual was pretty cool.
Yeah, education-wise, if you come with your kids, homeschool your kids, or if you're a teacher, it's something that you could probably, do as a little bit of a lesson of where in the 50 states, what did you see from the 50 states in the Soarin' Across America? I thought it was cool, and then it ends with the Spaceship Earth, with the American flag, with fireworks, all the way towards the end, right? There's fireworks all the way until the screen. You come back down from it.
I wonder if it's an Easter egg to a tribute of all nations from like the Muppets, because that's a feeling I got at the end.
Oh, they should have done something with the Muppets.
Yeah, I think the Easter eggs are on the Muppet roller coaster. That's what I've heard. There's some Easter eggs there. But yeah, we haven't done that preview yet, and I don't think we're gonna get a chance because tomorrow is a preview for DVC, and the park is already reserved. So unless you're gonna jump over there and you can get a space, it's probably gonna be pretty packed tomorrow. But yeah, after that we went to the DVC lounge. We just relaxed and then came back to the hotel. Thankfully, we're staying close enough. So, was there any other observation you want to make on the Soaring over?
No, I mean, again, you're celebrating the U.S. and I think, again, if you wanted to go and you wanted to see specific things across the U.S., this might be kind of like a jump point for you to go and visit those places that you see in the.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think there were other beautiful areas that were left out. So I agree with Lucy. I love the views of like it looked like Maine or somewhere in the northeast, near the coast. I love the West Coast. I love a lot of things. The one thing I didn't like was Mount Rushmore, because there's a history behind Mount Rushmore that I don't agree with. So I think Disney could have chosen another type of view, more towards nature, more towards all the beautiful areas that visiting the U.S. you can see.
But I think when people think of one of the monuments, besides going to Washington D.C. and seeing, all the monuments that are there, you think the second next thing I think that pops up in my head when somebody mentions US is Mount Rushmore. That, I mean, I've never been there. I don't know if I would ever go there, but that's something that I know. They put it in there for a reason. It must be something that many people probably outside of the US or even within the US.
If I had a choice there and I could turn it back, I would have chosen an indigenous reservation, something that shows more of what, you know, America was originally, right? And Mount Rushmore for me signifies the opposite, right? So I agree with you. Most people are gonna like that because they're into that indoctrination of what the US is or whatever. But in my sense, I think that part was kind of left out. You know, they could have done, you know, something similar. Like if you go to the Wilderness Lodge, you see, you know, those totems and and then you see the totems and all the indigenous, you know, kind of like maybe landscape. So maybe, I don't know, they made a decision. I think there's like areas in Kentucky, Tennessee that I visited that are way prettier to see than that. But you know, I guess it might work for some people.
Yeah, what I wish they would have also done was kind of give you like a leaflet of the different places that you were going to see. But I guess
like they probably didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, that might be it too. But I hope that somebody does give an update online somewhere of the exact places that they showed.
I'm sure Disney probably did it. You probably just look over, And if we find it, we'll link it up to the video. But I think that's a good recap on Soaring over America, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say there?
Peace.
I guess that's how we end the video. So, hasta la próxima aventura.
Ciao.